Hi, welcome back to the second part of this video on posterior pelvic tilt. Last week I demonstrated how you can release and stretch the tightened muscles that are causing the posterior tilting of your pelvis, as well as joint mobilization that will help to reverse the pelvic misalignment. This week, we're going to focus on strengthening the inhibited muscles as well as other measures that can help to reverse your posterior pelvic tilt. And if you like this video and find this useful, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. Next, the muscles that are responsible for reversing the posterior pelvic tilt need to be activated. That is, to wake up your sleeping muscles. First, hip flexors. The kettlebell leg raises are a ground-based core strengthening exercise that targets the lower abdominal and hip flexors. This exercise also improves strength and stability in the lower back. Stand tall with your feet shoulder width apart and hands resting on your hips. Hook a kettlebell over your foot. To secure the kettlebell, curl your toes up towards your body. And this is your starting position. Lift your leg and bend at the knee until your thigh forms a 90-degree angle with your hip. Pause and then lower your foot back to the starting position. Avoid raising your knee past 90 degrees and maintain a tall and upright posture throughout the entire movement. Aim for 3 sets of 12 repetitions before repeating on the other side. To strengthen your lower back, start this ball exercise by lying prone over the ball. Your waistline should be over the top of the exercise ball. Hands rest on the ball, or if you're more proficient with balancing, hands on your temple. Slowly raise your chest off the ball and then slowly come back down. Aim for 3 sets of 12 repetitions. You can strengthen your quadriceps with bodyweight squats. Start standing with feet hip width apart, toes pointed out slightly, and arms at the side. Keep your torso upright, engage your core and glutes. Shift the hip back and down. And bend your knees to lower yourself until your thighs are at least parallel with the floor. Drive down through your heels to return to standing. Aim to perform 3 sets of 12 repetitions. The classical glute bridge will help to strengthen both your core, gluteals, and back muscles. Ensure that you're using your glute to propel your body up rather than using your hamstrings and your back muscles. Hold at the top for 5 seconds and return slowly to the start position. Don't hyperextend during this movement. You should feel your glute firing. Aim for 12 repetitions. There are numerous ways to strengthen your core, but I've chosen the shoulder tap plank. This is a variation of the traditional plank. Once you add the shoulder tap, you effectively engage the obliques and increase the demand on your stabilizers and smaller muscles to keep your body from rotating too much. Leg raises help to strengthen your hip flexors and lower abdominals. Begin by lying on the floor with your legs straightened. Slowly raise your legs off the ground. Slowly return your legs to the start position, hovering your legs above the ground. The key to this exercise is to only move your legs. This allows for the development of your core muscles. This exercise is quite difficult. If you have pain when you lift your legs, try bending your knees slightly. Again, aim for 3 sets of 12 repetitions. In addition to corrective exercises, it is important to address the cause, such as poor postural habits. Remember that posterior pelvic tilts can be caused by prolonged sitting. Conversely, poor posture can cause posterior pelvic tilt. Well, if this is the case, you need to address your poor postural habits. Now let's take a look at the 2 postural dysfunctions that are typically related to posterior pelvic tilt. First up, sway back posture. Sway back posture is one of the most common types of postural misalignments. It is characterized by hips that are pushed forward, exaggerated curve in the spine, and the appearance of leaning back when you are standing. Sway back posture is typically caused by muscle imbalances. Flat back posture is when your lower back flattens out, losing the natural curve in your spine and tipping your pelvis backwards. This posture changes the way your muscle work throughout your spine, causing you to stoop forward and poke your chin out. Flat back posture affects up to 70% of people and is one of the most common postures today. People with flat back posture often find it uncomfortable or painful to stand upright for a long period of time. When you stand, a flat back posture can increase the stress and strain on the discs and joint in your lower back. Your joints will usually stiffen and tighten into the flat back position, which can make it difficult to change your posture. So how can we avoid poor postural habits? Here are some quick tips to help you to maintain a more neutral pelvis position while standing, sitting, and sleeping. First, use lumbar support in sitting. This will maintain the natural lumbar curve and discourage the pelvis from tilting backwards. However, this advice is only applicable if you have a posterior pelvic tilt. Never use this if you have an anterior pelvic tilt with hyperlordosis, as this would actually make things worse. If you have any question, please check with your physio. When you sit, keep your hips higher than your knees. You can do so by increasing the height of your chair, use a kneeling chair, or use a seat wedge cushion. Next, if you do have a large belly will create a physical block between your pelvis and thighs, making it difficult for the pelvis to adopt an ideal position when sitting. So, if you do have a large belly, I suggest that you sit from a slightly higher chair so that there is adequate space at the front of the pelvis. Next, avoid sitting on soft couches. Couches tend to be too soft, too low, and too deep to provide adequate support for your pelvis. When you drive, adjust your car seat appropriately to ensure that you sit with good posture. And when you stand, avoid over-tensing your glutes or abdominal muscles. Consciously try not to push your hips forward and avoid resting your hips in the forward position. If you have a posterior pelvic tilt and if you sleep on your back, place a small roll-up towel underneath the arch of your lower back, and this will help to maintain the arch required to keep the pelvis in a more neutral position. When you lift objects from the floor, try bending your knees. This will help to keep your back and pelvis in a neutral position. And lastly, avoid overdoing reverse crunches, which tend to encourage a posterior tilting of the pelvis. In conclusion, posterior pelvic tilts can have a detrimental impact on your spinal health by stretching out the shortened and tight muscles and strengthening the inactivated and weakened muscles. You will be on your way to a more neutral pelvic position and healthier spine. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.